Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, and welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Alpinestars Long Range Tour Jacket and Pant, part of the Tech Touring lineup from Alpinestars. We've seen a lot of Tech Touring this year, really multi-season garments, four-season garments that have a waterproof, breathable liner. They're going to have a thermal liner. In this video, we're going to hit the Long Range 2 Jacket and the Long Range 2 Pant. Now, the jacket's going to be a bit of a step up. It's a bit more technical than what we see from the cone. The cone's going to be the similar 3/4 to hip length. It's going to be that longer distance all season touring. But what we see from the Tech Touring Long Range 2 here is that you're going to have a nicer garment with some more tunability to it. You'll notice in collar and some of the other areas, and some of the nicer finishing touches like these jersey cotton style or almost like sweatshirt style cuffs here that would be at the full sleeve liner. The nice part about this, and what my favorite thing here from a style standpoint, is using a multi-fabric design. It has a bit of a nicer hand than what we've seen from the cone. So you have this material that's almost that polyamide that's really nice feeling, and then you have the more abrasion-resistant silver patches here that go down into the impact areas that provide great coverage. You know, from an armor standpoint, you have bio armor in the shoulders, bio armor in the elbows as well as the forearms, and you can also always beef up the chest protection. It comes with temper foam, and you can go to a full CE rated Alpinestars back pad as well. Let's talk about sizing for a little bit, because sizing is one of the things that will immediately jump out at you about this coat if you're trying different Alpinestars pieces of gear. Peter here on my left is 6 foot 195, about a 42-inch chest. He usually, just like I, wears a large in Alpinestars gear. This is a more athletic cut. This is more of a European cut. In our opinion, it fits about a half size too small, or not too small, just a half size smaller than what you see from the normal Tech Touring lineup. So Peter here on the left, we've actually gone up to an extra large in the jacket here compared to the large that he would normally wear. In the pants, we have an extra large, but Peter's actually got a little bit bigger hips and backside, so we actually have to go up that size. But that wasn't a surprise. The jacket's a bit of a surprise on this side. Now, if we start at the top and work our way down, let's get into some of the nuances here. You'll notice that compared to the cone, again, it's a step up in technicality and investment. You're going to have the multi-adjustable collar with the micro Velcro from Alpinestars. So you're going to have the singular hook and loop on this side that allows it to open up. But the nice part is on this left side here, you're also going to have an adjuster to where you can fine tune it. So what you're going to do is to get in and out of it, you're going to use the side on your right side, and then to adjust it, you'd use the left. Now around the top here, you're going to have neoprene lining around this collar. I'm actually going to open it up, pop it right down here, and we'll start to begin to open this guy up. As we move it down, again, micro Velcro. The nice part about micro Velcro is it lasts a bit longer, and it has less chance of biting any of your loose ends or liners. So even the cuffs here, you know, are going to have an easier time not getting caught in it because the male end is a little bit shorter and more compact. Notice the red zipper, YKK zippers here. We have our Napoleon pocket. As I begin to ratchet this bad boy down, two-way zipper at the bottom. The reason you'd have that at the bottom is when you're sitting on an upright bike, sometimes depending on the shape of the tank, if you go up from the bottom up, you can give yourself a little bit of a part at the bottom, and it's going to sit a little easier without bunching. And as I open it up here, you're going to see, here's my thermal liner, quilted thermal liner from Alpinestars with its own collar. There's my Drystar liner. It's completely removable as well. And then the inside of that would be the inside of the coat. And notice with the pants here, they have a full suspenders. Remember, we're going to do a full separate video on the Long Range 2 pants where we break those guys down. For this video, we're just hitting the jacket. Back to the front of this guy, 2 chest vents on either side that are going to vent. We're going to have 2 pockets that also have micro Velcro. And then as we move down, face that way for me, Peter, you're going to have hand warmer pockets down here at the bottom as well with adjustment around the hip. Turn backwards for me, Peter. Now getting into the back. Full zip horizontally across the back, vent. Notice you have the stretch panel here to keep a high collar, but to keep it comfortable. Again, this is designed for all levels of precipitation and inclement weather. And then you're also going to see reflective panels all over this jacket, but a nice big rabbit pouch, which is something that the cone does not have. A-Star's logo is going to be reflective as well. Zip this guy back up. Peter, come back around for me. I want to show 2 more vents here on the front, which are going to be arm vents that also have a cinch. It's nice because when you have a beefy internal liner that's a thermal liner, as well as the waterproof breathable Drystar liner, it's nice that when you have those guys out, you can cinch this down and you can pull it in so you're not getting any flap. And that's also a vent as well. And as we move down here to the forearm, you're going to have an adjuster there too. One of my favorite things here about the Long Range 2 is this cuff style. So you're going to have a big TPR pull with micro Velcro that's going to attach right there. But if I fold it back, you're going to notice there is a 360-degree zipper. And again, this cuff is the beginning of your liner system, but notice how heavy duty this cuff is, and it's going to create a great seal with your glove. We've seen it on the Arctic Drystar glove, we've seen it on the Jet Road glove, now we're seeing it here on the inside of the liner, so where you have that nice cuff style interface that you're not used to seeing from some of the different liners on different jackets, and it's just a nice step up in technicality. I would say from this jacket, you know, if you go more towards the Enduro style, you go to something like the Durban. If you go a little bit past there on the road style, you get into something like the Tech Road Gore-Tex. I mean, really, the area you go for improvement off of something like the Long Range 2 is going to be you go to a Gore-Tex liner, and maybe you go to a different style of protection, a beefier outer shell. But for serious long-distance, all-season riding, the Long Range 2 provides a great option that's reflective, it fits well, it moves with you, and allows you to fine-tune some of the elements here as well. Now we're going to break it down on the table and pull it apart. So now that we have Peter out of our Long Range 2, let's break it open and go through some of the nuances. You can see here's my thermal liner accompanied by my removable Drystar liner, and then we have our guts. But before I get into that, the first thing I want to talk about is the two different style of cuff mechanisms that we have. It's a bit of a different cuff because it's a 360-degree zip. So the first thing I want to show you is here on the left, I'm actually going to push that guy through and show you we're not using our thermal liner here on the side on the left. So what we've done is we've connected in a 360-degree fashion our Drystar waterproof breathable liner. So you could use it without it. Over here on the right, we have our thermal liner in. And if you look, the thermal liner is actually connected to this big sweatshirt style cuff here that's got an almost cotton feel to it. And that's going to have the 360-degree zip. So what I'm going to do here is when I'm ready to take my thermal liner out, I'm going to undo the 360-degree zip, and what you'll notice is that I still have it connected. If I pull it out, I still have it now connected to my Drystar liner. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to undo these snaps. And when I pull it out, my Drystar liner can be completely connected to the outside of the jacket shell. So I can use this and completely connect it and close the connection without actually having the thermal in, just like I've done on this side. So what I'm going to do is, let's start with that. I'm going to pull it out here. So here's my zipper, piece of Velcro, plastic snap here up at the top. I like the way they've done their plastic snaps too. It's kind of a butterfly design versus a loop around. It's a little easier to do quickly. And then I should be able to pull this bad boy right out. So let's do that. This side, and then on this side, you know what I'm going to do? I have my two butterfly snaps. So what I'm going to do is I have my Drystar liner zipped in. I'm going to undo that, reach down here, and pull out my thermal liner with, again, two butterfly snaps. Sometimes when you get into the more technical garments, they seem a bit more complex just because they're giving you the options. You know, you could completely wear this without the Drystar in it and just the thermal. They try to make it reverse compatible. So now I should be able to pull this guy right out. If I can get him to go through. There we go. Now here comes my thermal liner. And if we look at the thermal liner, you're going to see on the inside we have multiple pockets. Pocket on the right, two pockets on the left. They do have Velcro. They are thought out. They are finished. And the liner that would go against your neck is a high thermal weight collar as well. And it is a full sleeve liner. And notice it's not a destination layer. It's not meant to be worn on its own. It is really just a high-end functional tech thermal liner. Now as we go to the Drystar, you're going to see it on the inside. This is your waterproof, breathable liner. It allows your body to sweat. That sweat can evaporate out through the tiny microscopic pores that allow perspiration out, but they don't let water droplets in. And it's going to keep you from getting clammy. So I'm going to do here to unzip this guy is it's each side. It's a single Velcro loop here towards the collar. It's the right side. So go down with this bad boy. And now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to make sure that I'm completely unencumbered. My 360-degree zipper is off. It's definitely off on that side because I did it earlier. And here comes my Drystar lining that we also noticed that if used on its own, has a 360-degree zipper to connect to the pants. So if you're not using a thermal, you can still get that great waterproof seal with your pants. And again, not a destination layer, just meant to be seam sealed and functional and keep you dry. Now moving into the actual jacket guts itself, this would be for a warm weather riding setup. You have a mesh interior. You're also going to have your pocket for your back protector. You can put a bionic back protector in here and upgrade the level. And then notice here that we do have our temper foam that comes stock, but you can upgrade to the bionic chest protectors, which I always joke I call them chicken cutlets, but they give you that great CE protection on your chest as well. And notice the amount of pockets. We do have a 360 zipper on the jacket shell as well to connect to any of your pants, and it's easy access for everything inside. I will note that the collar up here that we talked about when Peter was wearing it does have that nice neoprene roll, and it has a fleece touch to it. So it's going to be very comfortable against your skin, and it has that nice big elasticated piece in the back so it's not going to chafe. So remember, we want to hear your thoughts on the Long Range 2 jacket from Alpinestars. Leave us a comment on YouTube, like it or dislike it, share it on Facebook, and remember, you can always subscribe to us on YouTube at RevZilla TV. We detail new products as they arrive every week. We break them down, so if you like what we're doing, we can happily feed you as new things roll out. If you want to shoot us a line, do so at cs@revzilla.com or 877-792-9455. As always, this jacket is over $39. We'll ship for free, we'll exchange for free. If you just don't like it, send it back. We will give you 100% back to your card with no restock fee, and you can earn Team Zilla cash just by continuing to shop with us on orders over $100. Thanks for watching RevZilla TV and our detailed breakdown of the Long Range 2 jacket from Alpinestars. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.